Truckheads. I'm your host, Captain Diesel Nuts.
You can't be a captain. I'm a captain. We can't have two captains. You're the dude.
It's time for Truckheads.
Ooh, yeah. Breaking news from the Truckheads, my friend.
We have breaking news that you're going to want to hear.
Well, you're going to want to hear this. You probably heard this all over the place already because it's late in the afternoon. We're Truckheads. It's not late in the afternoon. Well, it is depending on where you're at. It's late in the afternoon.
2 o'clock Central Time.
Somebody's already drinking a bourbon somewhere.
Yes, but that's not the breaking news.
It is absolutely not the breaking news. The breaking news that came out is that CHR Robinson was just handed their ass in court over the Montgomery issue, over the wrongful death suit where they hired a conditional carrier that then killed a bunch of people.
As you suspected would happen.
I knew they were going to lose it the second time around. $604 million worth of loss. It's a lot of dinero, you know what I'm saying?
That would definitely pay for my Porsche 911 Turbo
it's
S.
An ass ton of pesos, my friend.
Turbo pesos?
Right?
That's a lot of bouillon.
It's a lot of bouillon, bro. Greenbacks. Moolah.
So what happened? So what?
As King Tut would say, mucho dinero.
That is not King Tut.
It is not at all. Look, in the original case, C.H. Robinson could not be named as a defendant.
Right.
Right? Because of the ruling that you could hide behind the F4A, which I'm not going to get into. But essentially, F4A said you can't you can't interfere with interstate commerce, blah, 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 bullshit. It was a bullshit hiding place that big brokers lobbied to get behind.
Right,
so they paid off somebody to say, hey,
a
look,
lot of money, for sure.
Yeah, a lot of money.
As lobbyists do.
And they may have spent a little less than $604 million to make that happen. But who knows? Who knows? It's gonna hurt, man. That's gonna stink. 604. So, anyways, so they were let off they weren't let off the hook. They were never brought into the trial,
right?
Because they couldn't. Then it was argued all the way to the Supreme Court.
So who took it to the Supreme Court?
So the plaintiffs basically took it to the Supreme Court.
Got it.
Right? Yeah, they took it to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court said in May of this year, so just a couple months ago.
Yeah, just happened.
They said, you cannot hide behind F4A. It's not, you cannot hide behind it. You have the broker can be brought in to decide whether they used proper due diligence. Let me do this. Look at that. Proper due diligence on selecting a carrier. All right. Which then everybody started talking about things like, and I did, was like, what does that mean? Right.
Right.
Because even in this case, they did. The government didn't pull these people apart. You went to SaferSys, FMCSA, the ones that are supposed to be doing, come on, Duffy, get your head out of your political ass and do something. Said that you could use them. Conditional approval, but they were approved. You can still use them, right? So it's still up to you, right? So it's like, hey, basically they're saying, hey, we'll approve them, but it's your ass if you get caught, right?
Right.
And that's the ridiculousness of it.
So now basically they're just holding people accountable as they should from the beginning. I mean, that's what it should have been like from the beginning. So here's the thing, right? So in a lot of these cases, these people hide behind diplomatic type of red tape and all kinds of walls to keep them from being accountable and not being able to be sued, right?
100%.
See, that's the problem that I have. So I think this is a win.
I think it's a win for the industry and people everywhere, and people who like to think that we should act as responsible capitalists and responsible human beings and not just let the greed of money or the love of money destroy things as Christ told us not to.
Right, exactly. Well, so these plaintiffs are now going to have some, what do you say, like peace of mind, or they're going to like justice or something to go after the people because So here's the thing. So they went after them, like you said. It went up to the Supreme Court.
Well, wait, hold on. First of all, you're assuming that these plaintiffs and their lawyers are actually good people too, because that's not the case either.
That could not be
many
the case.
cases.
I guess I'm making an assumption right there. But so here's what I'm saying is that they brought it to the Supreme Court, but this is just for the chance or the ability to go after the brokers so they can do their due diligence.
100%.
But it doesn't necessarily mean in this case, or does it mean in this case that they were found to be liable.
Well, in this case, they were.
They
And that's
were,
the breaking
okay.
news is they retried it and
So
they got
okay.
they got
So they got
smoked
canned.
for $604 million.
Got it.
Right.
So,
But
yeah.
you're right in the fact that all it did was say, look, they should be brought to task to see if they used proper due diligence in selecting that carrier. And that wasn't the case before, which is ridiculous.
Right.
Basically, somebody who set up the whole transaction, not basically,
They did.
set up the whole transaction, was not allowed to be tried on whether or not they selected the proper carrier or
Like the
did due
vetting
diligence.
process.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, how ridiculous is that? Oh, my gosh.
So what came
Charles
first?
Gracie calling me on the phone. Chuck, I'll call you right back.
So what came first then? They found
Chicken.
the
The
broker.
chicken came first, dude.
Dude, the broker?
Pollo.
They found him guilty.
Numero uno es pollo.
Oh my gosh, this guy's talking about pollo regio over here. I'm trying to talk about
Hey,
brokers.
how did that menudo work out for you?
I had a little bit of gastrointestinal problems later on, but it was delicious at the moment.
Did you? Yeah, I
Yeah,
got you.
but it was
Anyway,
so good. Menudo. You guys eat menudo?
for
Menudo
breakfast.
For breakfast. He told me, oh, you can't have menudo for breakfast, bro. That's like a later on in the day.
It's
And
'cause I'm
then,
Polish, bro.
and then these Hispanic construction workers, like a table of them showed up.
Yeah, but those guys are real men. I was talking about you. Captain
I'm
Hovtastic.
Captain Hoftat.
Powered by Menudo.
You should make the next video. about
Yeah, well, don't tell
that. A little
anybody
intro.
know that.
No.
Okay, so you were.
Anyways,
you
I
were
was okay. What was I? Okay, I was saying is that so the broker went to trial. They found that he was liable, right? So the lawyers for the plaintiff,
C.H. Robinson,
for the-
massive
yes,
company.
They
Yeah.
found that they were liable, and then they decided, you know what, we got to take this to the Supreme Court so that they can actually be held accountable
Well, no.
financially.
No, what happened
fiscally
in the
for it.
first one, the broker was never brought into the trial.
But I know, but they
Because they
knew that
couldn't.
but they knew he wasn't brought into trial, but they knew, dude, like the evidence showed they're liable.
Yeah.
That's the thing, right? They felt like
Right.
they're liable.
Well, yeah.
So they knew before they brought it to the court. They knew, dude, this guy is this company is so
Well,
liable for what happened.
maybe not so liable, but all brokers should have some sort of responsibility for selecting the carrier that they're doing, right? My issue with the whole thing is even if you do your due diligence to check the FMCSA,
Right.
which is supposed to keep us protected and keep, safety on the road.
Well, that's
with
their
these
job.
carriers.
Sure.
Even if you go to them and they say, yep, they're good. No, you're not good. That's Duffy, do something.
So what kind of due diligence do they need to be doing?
Exactly.
Like, what do they do?
You
Those
don't know.
background checks?
That's
what?
that's not given. Well, you know what else that's going to cause now? And what and people said it was going to cause really fast,
What?
really quickly, was that insurance for these brokers is going to go
No.
through the freaking
Of
roof.
course,
And
insurance.
now it is, because now you're on a $604 million.
Oh yeah. Oh, maybe we should buy some stock in the insurance companies.
Maybe we ought to hang out our shingle and say, hey, we'll sue the shit out of bro. No. Is that what's going to happen? We're going to still billboards go up all over the place. Hey, you've been injured in a truck crash?
Well,
let's sue C.H. Robinson.
Don't those already
mean,
exist? I mean, I see them.
Kind
all
of,
over the
yeah,
place.
but they couldn't go after the broker.
the
They
Texas
go after
strong hammer or
No,
the
they go
strong
right-
arm.
the
Bill Adler. I don't
That's-
even know. Like I'm just
yeah.
making stuff.
Who
up
was
here.
what was the guy?
You know what I think
I'm
is funny?
Sheriff. Oh, wrong guy. I'm sure Sheriff Buford T. Pusser.
Dude,
Right?
my
Walking tall, wasn't that the guy?
I don't know what he was, but
Yeah, Buford T. Pusser.
I think it's funny where like those ads then where like it's the attorney, he's a white guy and he's trying to talk in Spanish. Have you ever seen those?
We were talking about this the other day.
Two estados en un accidente con 18-wheeler. Habla a Jim Adler. Yo te protejo. Those are the best commercials ever because I'm just like, brother, just hire a Hispanic, Spanish-speaking actor.
He's
do it.
right here. He's a Spanish.
Hire me.
And he is an actor.
Have you seen?
I called you a Spanish.
You know what's funny is
And
that I've been getting all
you're
these
not a
text messages.
Spaniard, you're a
I'm
Americano.
Mexican, yeah.
No, it's the
I'm
Americano.
American. But I've been getting text messages from friends that they see me on I'm on a commercial for some chiropractic firm, clinics or whatever, and they keep texting me, "Hey brother, I just saw you. I just saw you on TV,
Yeah.
hurt walking out of a van and getting checked out by a doctor."
Listen.
So I will be your
You know
attorney.
Yeah, so basically, C.H. Robinson. So here's the deal, though, right? So
Yeah.
they took him back to court,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I'm not so sure that it was the facts of the case that were now heard that the jury said, okay, yeah, you're guilty.
That's a compelling.
I think it was more along the lines of after the Supreme Court, C.H. Robinson's immediate response was, we're going to do better. We're going to do better on our vetting. That's an admission of guilt, period.
is.
Every day of the week and twice on Sunday.
So the evidence must have been pretty damning.
Well, I don't know if it was or
Well,
not.
it had to.
No,
for them
they-
to admit it, for them to admit liability.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't know that there was any evidence in the court case that said they were super negligent.
Maybe not in
But
the
by
court case.
saying, "Hey, we're going to do better," the jury went, "You know what I hear? We've that."
Well, you see,
Oh, sorry, we screwed up.
but the thing is, though, that these attorneys for the plaintiff must have checked that out.
Yeah,
and
sure.
Then they opened. They're like, "Oh crap! Yep,
Yeah, 100%.
we must do better
100%.
because they got caught,
That's right.
which is great."
C.H. Robinson thought they were doing this great PR move. Look, the Supreme Court said that people can get done. We're going to do better. We're going to step forward. We're going to be the first ones to come out and say, you know what? We're going to do better.
That means they have
What
a
the
good
jury
PR
and
team.
everybody heard, and I heard, was, hey, we screwed up and now we can get caught. So now we're going to do better.
They must have a pretty good PR team then, because hey, how are we going to spin this? Why don't we spin it like we're going to be the first to do better? We're going to be the
telling you.
ones.
Call us next time, C.H. Robinson. I'll help you out a
Yeah,
little
we'll
bit.
help you out.
Don't say anything. That there's no reason to say anything. You have no reason to say anything. And
No.
you go out there and go, hey, we're going to do better now that we could get caught on this thing. And
Yeah.
then, you know what? You got caught on that thing because
So
that's what the
this
jury heard
applies
was
to
you're
all
guilty.
brokers, right? This
It applies to
even
everybody
the
now.
small guy.
Yes. There were 6 areas in the country where it didn't apply. Now that applies there too. So it applies everywhere. So there were certain places where you get sued before.
Yeah.
But the idea was nobody was suing the brokers because they thought there's this backstop. And if I
Right.
do, it's going to be worthless anyways
It's-
because
yeah,
the Supreme
I'm
Court's
going
going
to
to
waste
go, no, they're not.
attorney fees on
Now
nothing.
there's no backstop. Now it's like, oh, if there's any evidence there, we're going to do it. And you know they're going to bring them. They're already spending the money, so why not make them come in here too? Because the idea is go for the deepest pockets.
Do we have any B-roll
that ain't the
footage?
driver.
Do we have any B-roll footage of the lawyers right now? Like this?
Oh gosh, I'm telling you.
Cha-ching. Do we have like a cha-ching? No, we have a cha-ching sound effect. No?
Smithers.
I guess we don't have one. Smithers. Bring in the lawyers, Smithers.
Smithers, I want you to sue every broker in the country.
Oh, Mr. Burns.
Yeah, so that's it. The 600.
That is breaking news.
$604 million PR snafu.
But
is
that's
what
gonna.
that
I mean, that's
was.
gonna change the industry here. I think.
Oh yeah,
for a
it
lot
is.
of people.
Over time, it's going to do it.
Well, because again,
sure.
insurance rates are gonna go up, and then that's gonna trickle down to everybody again. Just like
100%.
just like everything, fuel prices and everything. So
Sure.
everything's gonna trickle down to the person who's paying for.
Well,
these
here's
services.
here's the odd thing about it, right? A lot of the stuff inside or legislation that occurs within logistics and in any industry. I'm not going to just throw my industry or our industry under the bus because it's a
Sure.
great industry and everybody has that uncle,
Yep,
right? Or that
have-
brother,
I have two of them.
or that nephew or niece or whatever it happens to be, cousin, third cousin, second. How many relatives can you have?
Indefinite.
I mean, different levels, not number of cousins.
and plus one.
I guess it goes. Anyways, eventually it's legal, right?
Yeah, eventually.
At some point it's legal, right? Anyways, I digress. I don't know what I was talking about.
Diesel nuts.
Yeah, it's absolutely the issue is that in our industry, there are certain things that are out there that are lobbied for by the people that have money.
Sure.
And it's there to protect their interests. And this is in every industry, right?
Right.
So the
Every
big
industry.
dogs want to put legislation that limits makes more barriers to entry for small dogs.
Just ask Pelosi.
Or
Sure.
or people that are in there keeps them from competing from you or hurts them or eliminates competition, right?
Right.
And that's the same thing. So the F4A used to protect them, the hiding place, right? And they lobbied for that so they wouldn't
Well, that was
pay
their sanctuary.
Yeah, so they wouldn't pay $604 million for this, right?
They would pay zero.
Okay, but here's the thing. Now that the Supreme Court has passed this, guess who it hurts? Not the big guys.
It never hurts the big guys.
Well, it hurt C.H. Robinson here because the bonehead CEO or whoever it was came out under PR advice and said, hey, now we're going to do things the right way.
Was it him who said it?
Yeah. It wasn't like
him,
or her.
or the CEO, whoever it is?
Yeah.
Okay, because I
So-
was gonna say if it was some.
Yeah, no, it wasn't some broker sitting at his
lowly dude.
desk and
Yeah,
somebody
yeah.
overheard and put it on TikTok.
He took the fall. He was a scapegoat.
He was the dummy.
We're gonna fire this guy
No, it was
because
a press release. Hey, get around, press. I'm going to say something stupid.
Yeah.
Look at my kid here. He burned the couch. Anyways, but now you know who it hurts? The little guys, anyways. So
we
they were
talked about
protecting
this
themselves
before.
before. Now it's smoking the little guys too because they're not the ones who they're screwed. They can't. Now they're gonna the little brokers. Now what are you gonna do?
go out of business. I mean, we've talked about this in the last episodes.
Hey, reach
It's
out to me
always
if
a
you're
little
scared
guy.
of this and you want to sell your business. I know people who are buying it. If you're a broker, reach out to me, dude.
Yeah, Truckheads.
Yeah, truck it. Well, we're not.
Oh, we're not buying it. Oh, never mind.
No,
Not
but I
not
know people
Truckheads.
who are.
Not Truckheads.
Seriously,
we're not buying it.
I'll hook you up. There's people who are trying to do this all the time, and that's got to be consideration for some people who have making some pretty decent coin, but it ain't worth it no more.
Oh, they're gonna get out.
Yeah.
And then that doesn't the competition go down too? Then
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Guess who was probably very excited about this verdict? Big dogs who actually do the right thing.
maybe that's why they came out and admitted it. Then they took it for all the other guys. They took them for their friends.
Yeah, I'm sure.
They took it on the chin for their friends.
There's an ROI on that.
Yeah, because you're like I've told you, man. The big companies are not gonna suffer. You think they're gonna? Do you
But
think
these
they're-
guys are.
I mean, do you think they're sweating this? Do you really do? Do you really think they're
Well,
sweating
it's
this?
yeah, probably
they're,
not.
They're not sweating this.
Not that much. The little guys should be, and they are.
the little guys
middle
are, but these big guys like CH,
Yeah.
they're not sweating.
No,
They're just like
the lawyers are like, yeah.
604 million. Yeah, we make that in like 3 months. We're good.
CH Robinson's screwed.
You think so?
604 million is almost a billion. I mean, 60% of a billion. 60.4%
Right.
of a billion.
And they make
It's
that.
an ass ton of cash,
They
dude.
make that in 3 months.
How much profit? Yeah, that's the profit. That's their EBITDA.
Okay, here's another question: are they really going to pay the 604 million? Like, there's a settlement.
There's going to be a retrial. You know, they're going to.
This is going to be tied in court for like the
Yeah.
next 5 years.
Yeah, let's see. $604 million they got to pay, or $10 million for a retrial. Yeah, of course.
So I'm saying they're not going to really pay that.
Probably not.
No. I mean, in theory, it's a beautiful thing, but I don't think they're going to pay it.
I have no idea.
No.
I don't know. It's crazy. But hey, we're Truckheads, and that's the breaking news.
That's
my
the breaking
friend.
news today.
That's our
on a
breakdown on a
Friday.
breaking-
How's that for a Friday?
I don't know. Randomly hit one of those weird things. There you go. Now let's do our exit. Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in on this breaking news today. I am Captain Hobtastic, and this is Vince Diesel Nuts, the dude. And this has been breaking news for you guys.
We'll charge you 10% of that for your PR.
Yeah.
Retainer. Our retainer's 1% of that. That's our retainer.
And then that's what you and I will split that.
Yeah.
But do you get more because you're white and I'm brown?
Well, traditionally, yes, but we're not traditionalists.
Via Condio's Truckheads.